Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're kicking off something really special. It's the first in a new series we're calling Doncast Deep Dives, Albums for the Ages.
Seems exciting.
Yeah, and basically a Doncast Deep Dive isn't just, a quick listen. It's more of an immersive journey through albums that have, well, really shaped and inspired Don Phondeaux.
Ah, Don Phondeaux, known for that unique mix of music, story, cultural expression.
Exactly. He's got such a distinct creative voice.
And for Don, these aren't like your standard album reviews, right? They're much more personal.
Totally. He sees them as explorations, revisiting records that have sort of lived alongside him.
Mm-hmm. Finding new meanings, new feelings. It sounds like the music grows with him.
That's exactly it. He talks about growth, nostalgia, and just that timeless power music has, how it carries us through different seasons of life.
Yeah, definitely. Music has that ability to hit differently depending on where you are in life.
So today we're focusing on a modern classic, Touch My Blood. It's by the late, great South African hip-hop artist, a.k.a., released back in 2018.
Right. A huge album.
Huge. And Don describes it as this powerful testament. Vulnerability, bravado, blending smooth grooves with really sharp storytelling.
That's a great description.
He even calls it a blueprint for navigating shine and struggle.
Wow. Okay, so our mission today is what? Exactly. To unpack why this specific album means so much to Don.
Yeah, pretty much. Why this album holds such deep personal significance for him.
And maybe what insights it offers you, the listener, about music's power. And personal growth, too.
Exactly. How does one artist's relationship with an album reveal something maybe universal about resilience?
Yeah.
About self-discovery?
Gotcha. Sounds like a proper deep dive. So where do we start? Don's nostalgia.
Yeah, let's start there. Don mentioned that nostalgia's been like a frequent companion lately. He's revisiting memories, wisdom he once danced to.
Okay.
And out of everything, Touch My Blood was the one that really called him back. He talks about its timeless flavor.
Timeless flavor. I like that. It's not just saying it sounds good. It implies something lasting, right?
Precisely. It's not just about catchy tunes or being trendy for a moment.
It means the sound itself goes beyond 2018. It still feels relevant, still hits hard today.
Yeah, that's what he means. It has this quality that keeps it fresh no matter how much time passes.
So it's more than just an album he likes. It's like a companion.
It seems that way. He really emphasizes it's not just good grooves, although, let's be honest, it definitely has those.
Oh, for sure.
But he sees it as a masterclass in blending sensitivity and swagger. That's quite a statement.
It is. And how does AKA actually pull that off, that blend?
Well, how do you see it? From Don's perspective, it seems to come down to authenticity.
Right. AKA wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, was he? Even with tough subjects, relationship stuff.
Not at all. But then at the same time, he keeps that, that confidence, that skill in his delivery.
It's a tricky balance. Like, you hear raw emotion in a track like Reset, but it's delivered with this smoothness, this confidence that keeps you locked in.
Exactly. It makes his personal stories feel universal, but still uniquely his.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He doesn't lose his voice.
And you feel that personal connection deeply. Don even quotes AKA directly, "You gonna touch my blood for real."
That line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really cuts to the core of the album's feeling, doesn't it? Raw, unfiltered.
For Don, it seems to capture everything. And his connection started early.
Right. From the first chords, he said, even before he maybe had all the life experience to fully, get everything AKA was talking about.
Which is pretty remarkable. Yet he says he always called this his best work.
Wow. And he describes it as delivering songs for lovers and hustlers. That covers a lot of ground.
It really does. It speaks to shared human things, passion, ambition, heartbreak, striving.
It takes you on these emotional journeys, as he put it, through love, loss, glory, grief, the whole spectrum.
Yeah, the full range. And he puts out the lyricism, too, which he feels is sometimes underrated, calls it layered and honest.
That's interesting. Why do you think the lyrics might get overlooked sometimes with AKA?
Maybe because the sound, the performance, the whole vibe is just so strong.
Yeah, that makes sense. The musicality, the swagger, it can sometimes overshadow the words themselves.
But Dunn's point is, listen closer. Layered and honest suggests there's more beneath the surface.
Right. Not always straightforward. Things that reveal themselves more on the second or third listen, that fits with Don's own evolving connection to it.
It's that intricate weaving of personal truth and poetic language.
Yeah, that elevates the songwriting.
And it's not just the words, is it? It's the whole sound. Don highlights the production. He mentions AKA's own hands in the mix.
Right, and calls it unmatched and ageless. That's a bold claim, especially now.
It is. How does AKA being directly involved in production give it that ageless quality, do you think?
Well, it points to his creative control, right? He wasn't just the voice, he was shaping the entire soundscape.
So it creates this really cohesive identity for the album.
Exactly. It's not ageless just because it's well mixed. It's because his personal stamp is on every beat, every layer. The music serves his story directly.
That makes the emotional journey feel really authentic, like a direct line from him to you.
Yeah, which is why it connects regardless of trends. Don even said he still turns to it in difficult times. It never fails to walk me through.
That really says something, doesn't it? When art becomes a companion like that, a guide.
Definitely the hallmark of something truly impactful.
What I find really interesting now are Don's sort of present-day reflections, listening to it now.
Okay.
He says it reminds him that adversity is part of living my art. Like the album itself has grown with him.
That's fascinating. Have you ever had that experience, an album evolving with you, showing you different things at different times?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest things about music, or any great art, really.
And Don connects this directly to AKA's ability to turn heartbreak into diamonds. That's a powerful image.
It really is. It's like alchemy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking pain, struggle, disappointment, and turning it into something beautiful, resilient through art.
Exactly. Channeling the raw emotion of a breakup, maybe, or some public challenge, into a track with a great beat and sharp lyrics.
It becomes this metaphor for resilience,
Yeah.
showing how pain can be processed, even transformed, through creation.
It's a lesson for all of us, really, how to navigate our own hard times.
And for Don, when he's in that space of solitude, soul-searching, the album becomes a muse.
Not just background noise.
No, like an active participant, a reminder to embrace every moment, even the hard ones.
That's that evolving wisdom Don talks about. He says, the wisdom scattered throughout hits differently as I mature. Each listen brings new perspectives.
It speaks to the album's depth,
Right.
right? It's not static. It reveals more as you bring more life experience to it.
Yeah, it reflects your own growth back at you. It's quite profound.
And he wraps up that thought with something really poignant, really underscores the impact. Rest in peace, AKA your sound keeps moving me forward.
Wow, that hits hard. It shows how an artist's work truly lives on, continues to inspire long after they're gone.
It's the ultimate measure of impact, isn't it? When your sound becomes part of someone else's journey forward.
Absolutely.
So these deep insights Don gets from the album, they aren't just random feelings, they're built into the tracks themselves.
Right. The music itself carries that weight.
So let's maybe unpack a few key tracks, see how AKA actually crafts these moments. Vulnerability, bravado, that wisdom.
Sounds good. What should we start? The title track.
Yeah, let's start with Touch My Blood. Don calls it a smooth, layered intro that sets the tone.
Mm-hmm. And he mentions its lyrical depth is easy to overlook, but it's like a perfect handshake for the journey ahead.
That title alone, Touch My Blood, it's so direct, almost confrontational, about vulnerability, protecting what's yours.
Yeah, as an opener, it immediately signals, this is personal, maybe even challenging. It pulls you right into his world.
Sets the stage perfectly. Then there's Beyonce. Don calls it that groovy track to sing to your ex.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we've all felt that impulse, maybe.
But Don points out it's more than just a breakup song. It's the vivid storytelling.
Right, you can almost picture the scenes. And the sharp wit, he handles it cleverly, doesn't he? Without just being bitter.
And crucially, it has that bounce. It makes moving through the drama feel, well, almost effortless.
Which goes back to that heartbreak into diamonds idea. Taking pain and making it infectious, that's art.
Definitely. Okay, next up, Reset. Don draws that parallel to 50 Cent's 21 Questions.
Which is a great comparison. It immediately sets an expectation of, like, deep relationship questions.
So what makes that comparison work so well here?
Well, both tracks are about seeking reassurance, right? Digging into doubts. Don says in Reset, each line digs deeper, calling for reassurance from the trenches.
He's not asking easy questions. He's laying bare insecurities, fears about commitment, trust.
But paradoxically, as Don notes, the groove keeps you bouncing even as the questions cut.
Ah, there's that sensitivity and swagger blend again.
Exactly. The production is smooth, engaging, almost contradicting the raw lyrics. It makes the emotion hit even harder.
That juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Pulls you in with the rhythm, hits you with the truth. Masterful.
Totally.
Okay, let's maybe jump towards the end. Daddy Issues 2. Don describes it as a somber, reflective close. Definitely a shift in energy.
It is. He says it contains cold truths, healing quotes, and a melody for those walking through fire. It's a really poignant ending.
A moment of deep introspection.
Yeah, not just for AKA, but for the listener, too. It touches on generational stuff, complex father-figure relationships, the path to healing.
It underlines the whole journey the album takes you on, from the swagger and heartbreak to this quiet, profound reckoning.
It really hits that struggle part of Don's shine and struggle idea, shows that growth often means facing difficult personal histories.
So when we step back and look at the whole picture, what's the big takeaway from Don's deep dive?
Well, it seems the core messages are about embracing both sides, right? The shine and the struggle, turning pain into art, finding wisdom layered in the music.
And for people who know AKA's work, this album really feels like a peak, doesn't it? That blend of raw feeling and polished sound. Don's perspective helps us see how he got there.
Definitely. And connecting it to the bigger picture, Touch My Blood, really serves as that blueprint for being both vulnerable and bold.
It's proof, like Don said, that music can soothe, stimulate, inspire through all of life's seasons.
It's like a living thing, offering new perspectives as you grow. It reminds you that your own tough times can become, well, your art, if you embrace them.
And for you listening, Don's reflections are just this powerful reminder, really,
Yeah.
how music can be that constant companion.
Offering new viewpoints, giving you strength on your own journey, just like it did for Don.
Yeah.
Which brings us to a question for you, listening right now. What album helps you dance through the drama or find wisdom when things get tough?
Good question.
We'd love to hear your story, or maybe just your favorite track. Share it in the comments somewhere. Let's keep the music and the memories alive.
Thank you for joining this Doncast Deep Dive into albums for the ages. Enjoy loudly, stay sound.